everyone, it's Kilari. Welcome back. And it is really hot today. It's in mid to high 90s and I'm sweating, so I didn't even try to look nice. Sorry, that doesn't happen on these hot days. Anyhow, because it is summer and to celebrate me finishing up with finals week, I figured I would give you guys my summer must-haves, things I really need in the summer in order to stay cool and not die of heat. In San Diego, it does get over 100 over the summer, so I've learned a few tricks to stay as cool as possible. Notice how I don't say cool because that isn't really ever achieved, but we try our best. And before I get into the video, I want to give you guys a couple updates. So as I just said, I finished my whole summer classes, not summer classes, my spring classes. So now it's like summer break. I just finished finals. That's why I've been a little absent the past week or two. And tomorrow I have a tiny little schooling show at my barn that I'm going to do with Mia. So I'm going to try to get some videos of that for you. And Sunday I have my graduation ceremony, so I'm really excited. And I don't know, maybe I'll show you guys some video of that in my next vlog, in my show vlog I guess I'll be doing. Yeah, before I ramble on, I guess I'll get into it. So I'm going to start with the things I have to have for the rider, and I have a list so I don't forget, so if I look down, that's why. So the first thing is what I'm wearing. It's a sun shirt. These are the Castel Denmark sun shirts, and these are my favorite sun shirts. EIS also make good ones. I highly recommend a sun shirt because not only does the long sleeves protect you from sunburns and stuff, it's also ventilated, and I feel like it keeps me cooler than a short sleeve or even a tank top. I do prefer these, especially because I'm in the sun so many hours every day working with horses, and it keeps the flies off, and I overall prefer them, and that's why I have so many, and that's how I justify my addiction. And the second, I'll have to stand up, are breeches. So these are my Cavalier Toscana breeches. They are like navy with gray and green. They don't match, but I keep my shirt down so you can't tell. Anyhow, I really like thin technical breeches for summer riding because it does keep you a little bit cooler, and the heavier cotton breeches just aren't really the best for summer riding in my opinion. So I have to have some type of technical fabric, whether it be like technical breeches or even technical riding tights. So the next thing, technical hats. So I really like to protect my face from the sun when I'm outside. So a must-have for me are hats. This is a hat I got from Rolex, and it's a Nike hat. It has the technical dry fit material so I can protect my face. And then to kind of go along with that, I also wear sunscreen every single day. So I have this regular sunscreen just for my neck and arms, anything that's showing except for my face. And for my face, I don't know if you can see it. It's probably not focusing. It's the Josie Marin Argan Daily Moisturizer with the SPF of 47. This I use strictly for my face. It is a face moisturizer sunscreen 2-in-1 deal, and I find it better than regular sunscreens like that one, because these ones, when you sweat, it tends to run into your eyes and really sting, and I don't have that happen with this one, so I do recommend that. I always have snacks. There's a Cliff Bar, because you get really hungry working and sweating your butt off, and to go along with sweating, deodorant. I like Dove. I need a new one because it's running out. But if I'm going somewhere afterwards and I know I'm already look disgusting, at least I can smell maybe a bit better with deodorant. Gotta have that. Chapstick. I like Carmex. It helps you protect your lips from getting sunburned or blistered or whatever. Actually, I don't think it technically has SPF in it. Probably not. But if my lips get dried out, that's when they start to burn. So this prevents them from getting dried out or cracking. So a must-have for me. And sunglasses. I always have sunglasses when I'm at the barn. These are the sunglasses I ride in. They are by the brand Ironman, and they're technically made for like triathletes and stuff, but I like them for riding. And then I have just regular people sunglasses for when I'm at shows and just around the barn. And And to kind of go along with that is my Equivisor. I don't make everything fall. Equivisor, I'm sure you've seen these before. It's like a little visor that straps onto your helmet and it kind of just increases the brim. Yeah, they look really dorky, but you know what? If it protects my skin, so what? Like I said, I really try to protect my skin from being burnt and, you know, ruining it for years later. So, alright. Oh, and another thing I don't have with me because I ran out is change for the vending machine. We have a vending machine with drinks and snacks and stuff up in our barn. So I like to have change in case I'm just dying of heat and really need something to just pick me up. And actually, to go along with that, I could not survive without this. It is a hydro flask. So it's essentially a water bottle, or you could really put in anything you want, but I use it for water. You can put ice in this and add water, and you will still have ice, like actual ice, the next day. It's that good at being insulated, and I just love it, and this is a must-have for me. I go through so much water on hot days that I actually have, yeah, 3 of these. Yeah. So I drink one, and I drink the other, and I drink the other, and then I have regular bottled water that I pour into the ice to then get cold again. So, must. And then if I go on trail rides, I like to have off for mosquitoes and stuff, but we don't really have that big of a problem with mosquitoes. So that's it for me, and now I'm going to move on to must-haves for the horse. So the first must-have are brushing boots. I really like to keep my horse's legs protected during summer, but the issue with the heat is that when you work your horse, their legs do build up heat, and you know, if the horse's legs get overly hot, then that's when it starts to damage the tissues and the tendons within the leg and makes them prone to injury. So what I look for in leg protection during summer is something very breathable, and for that I really like the Majyk boots that have the vents on the outside and perforated lining on the inside. I did a review of these boots. If you want to see that, I will link it in the description box below. Any boot like that, I really highly recommend the Majyk boots, but any boot with ventilation is preferable in the summer, especially just because I don't want my horses injured. Alright, the next thing is liniment. On hot days when my horses work really hard, I like to give them a liniment bath. So this is Vetrolin. This is just my favorite liniment bath to use. It helps cool them off and bring down their body temperature by increasing the rate of evaporation, and it adds little tingling, little mentholish, feel-good stuff to their skin. I sound really stupid. But to go along with that, I also use, it's a really dirty bottle, but the Sornomore gel lotion. I use this all year because it's not really tingly, but I'll put this on their tendons after a hard ride, or even under where their saddle goes. But the Vetrolin, I tend to only use that in summer because it does have a cooling effect, and sometimes in the winter it can be too cold, I guess is the word. But the Sornomore, you don't have to worry about that being cold because it doesn't really have that effect. So yeah, I use different things at different times of the year for different areas of the body. Alright, next is fly spray. Fly spray is extremely important. I don't care what part of the country or what country you live in. It's very important. The one that seems to be working for my barn right now, is not all fly sprays work equally at, you know, different places, is Bronco Gold. This has been working miracles, although be careful when you use it because it is an oil-based product. Some sensitive horses can have reactions, so if you want to use it, try spot testing it on your horse first, and don't apply it to a wet coat because you can burn them. Yeah, so just be careful how you apply it, but this works wonders, and it is pretty affordable. I think Smart Pack has it for $13 a bottle. That's a really good deal. Alright, what else? Fly mask. Where's that at? So flies are really bad, especially being at such a big boarding stable like I'm at. We have probably 100 horses, which means there's a lot of flies, which means fly masks. So this is Mia's new fly mask. It is by Shires. I really like it. It's a fine mesh, but it keeps its form. It doesn't crinkle around the eyes. It has the mesh ears, elasticated behind the ears, so it kind of contours and cups the face and jaw. And it has a little fleece bit across the forehead so it doesn't rub. And I really like that, and so far 2 of my 3 horses have those. And I'm gonna get the 3rd horse one because I like it that much. And they really do stay on, highly recommend, and they're really affordable. I think they're about $21 each, which is crazy because the ones I were using were $40 each, and those didn't stay on very well. So I'm converted to Shires. Alright, the next thing that's quite important, it kind of goes along the line of the horse boots. So just as you don't want heat to build up in the horse's legs, you also don't want heat to build up under the saddle because that can cause soft tissue damage and what's that word? Oh, what's that word? Well, I can't think of the word right now, but I'll put it down here, like a condition that it causes. So anyhow, I'm just so scatterbrained because it's really hot. Saddle pads. The choice of saddle pad you use really matters because you don't want that heat buildup. Atrophy. That's the word. It can cause muscle atrophy. Watch that be totally wrong and it sounds stupid, but whatever. So this is an Eco Gold saddle pad. It's really dirty. It needs to be washed. It just has the really breathable mesh material here. And then on the underside, it has an air vent right there. I don't know if you can see that. That is an air vent. And the underside of the panels is a cool fit material. So it has been proven to reduce the heat temperature under the saddle panels and it evaporates it faster. So I really like that. And this is a dressage pad. And then I also have it in a jumping shape. This is actually technically a cross-country pad, but I use it for regular jumping and for cross-country. But it's the same pad, just different cut, different color. And it is best to use lighter colors because they don't trap the heat, they reflect it better. But it has the same cool fit material underneath and the same little cutout. So along with those pads, I really like Ogilvy baby pads or even the regular ones. I find that they don't slip when the horses sweat a lot and they absorb moisture really well and they stay in place. And I just overall really like them. They're great pads for all year use. And again, I prefer light colors. So here's just an example. And they're not super thick or heavy. And they're antimicrobial too. I'm sweating so bad right now. That's gross. And I dropped my list. What else? Ear nets. Okay, so because the flies are so bad in the summer, as I've said like a million times now, I have a whole arsenal of fly nets, ear bonnets, ear veil, fly veil, whatever you want to call it. They're all the same thing. Here's a new one I got when I was at Galway. I don't think I showed you guys, but it's a Shockamole one, and it goes matchy-matchy with Mia's Shockamole. Same saddle pad thing. Anyhow, it keeps the flies off their head and their ears, and it just helps my horses focus more on our ride versus there's like flies on my ears and stuff. And then it reduces head shaking and all that. So fly, ear nets, whatever you want to call them, are the best. And I think, no, that's not everything. Okay, and there's 2 really important things I want to talk about regarding our horses. The first is, I guess it's not directly horse related, but cleaning your tack. Cleaning your tack is really important, especially in the summer when the horses are sweating a bunch. Here's an example. So this is a girth that I did not clean after using yesterday. It has a bunch of sweat, dirt, and hair on it. If you don't clean this off like I didn't, wow, I'm totally just throwing myself under the bus there. Sweat can actually eat through your leather and wear through your leather faster. And the most important thing, I think, especially for investments, are your saddles. So most people don't really clean their saddles as much as they need to be, and they don't clean the underside of the sweat flaps. They're called sweat flaps for a reason. They get sweaty from your horse's sweat coming through from the saddle pad. And if you don't clean that, it just colors your saddle, it eats through. Depending on where you live, it could even mold it in the winter. So it's just really, really important that you clean your tack. Not only does it keep your tack, the integrity of your tack better, it's also more comfortable for your horse. You don't want to put something dirty and sweaty against your horse, such as the girth or bridle, that can rub them or cause fungal growth. So that being said, clean your tack. Some products I like to use are the FX Leather Balsam, Leather New, and I have a whole other like big tub full of tack cleaning products. I am crazy about cleaning my tack. That's why I'm like really repulsed that I was so tired and exhausted. I didn't clean my girth yesterday. But I will be cleaning that before I use it, and then I'll be cleaning it afterwards. Yeah, so the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is salt and electrolytes. Now, that being said, I'm not adding salt and electrolytes just because it's a summer video and horses need more electrolytes in the summer. What is true is that horses need salt and electrolytes all the time, all year long. They don't need it just because it's summer and it's hot. They need it in the winter too. The one reason why I'm putting this in a summer video is because horses typically need more salt than normal during the summer because they are sweating and they are so active in these hotter weather climates like I'm in. So it's really important that you rehydrate them and replace the electrolytes and minerals that they sweat out. That being said, make sure your horse has plenty of fresh and clean water. I sound like the Pony Club manual now. Sorry, too many years in Pony Club. Yeah, it's also really important to keep yourself hydrated, and one way to dehydrate yourself is coffee. Coffee's cold and it helps keep you cool, but you know what? Coffee actually dehydrates you more than water. Fact for you there. So anyhow, thank you guys for watching this long video. I can't seem to make short videos. I'm sorry. But anyhow, thank you for watching, and if you really like this video, give it a thumbs up. And I had a question for you guys. Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, sorry. Bye guys. Thank you for watching.